Spartacus, Blood and Sands. First off, everybody, my name's Shalise. Welcome to my Spartacus review of the entire series. We're going to be doing every single season of Spartacus. We're going to be doing top 10 characters. So yeah, Spartacus, Blood and Sands. This was a perfect season, a near perfect season. I want to give this entire season a 9.8 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. This was a perfect season. We get the beginning of Spartacus when he's a Thracian siding with Rome, becoming enslaved, to becoming a gladiator to gain him and his wife his freedom. And then ultimately he loses his wife and he seeks vengeance, and it's the beginning of the legend of Spartacus. I absolutely adore Spartacus Blood and Sands for so many reasons. I mean, the entire beginning of Spartacus, learning about what it means to be a gladiator, learning about what a dominus is, the master, learning about all these different characters. I love him and his relationship with Varro, his best friend, a brother in arms. I love his relationship, a former freeman with former freemen who are now slaves and working together and trying to help each other out. Then we got, since they're new recruits, we got Anomaeus, the doctori who keeps the gladiators in line to teach them the ways of being a gladiator, to survive in the arena and to gain honor and respect. We get Crixus, the champion of Capua. I just love it. We got Asher all the way to the far left, who is a sneaking snake who will betray his brothers at any moment and works very well with Batiatus in the shadows. I mean, this was a great cast. I mean, the actors were great, the characters were great. Everything was just so interesting and so amazing to watch for the very first time. But we also need to talk about the other MVP of the season, which is Batiatus. Now, who's Batiatus? He's the dominus of this entire freaking Vela of Capua. He is the guy who trains the gladiators. He has a rival with his best friend Salonius, or former best friend Salonius, and he just wants to prove to everyone to Rome, and he wants great ambition. He not only wants to be the best person who raised gladiators, he wants to get esteem, some privilege. He wants to raise his house to the next level than ever before. He has his slave Asher, who becomes the person he uses the most in order to do all his dirty work. He uses his slave as pawns. He used Spartacus as a pawn. He uses Spartacus' idea for his lover, his wife, in order to get Spartacus, hey, work for me, you get your wife's freedom. He's a master manipulator. He's conniving. He's evil. Sometimes he can be very kind. And we also have to talk about him and his relationship with his wife, Lucretia. These two are a perfect match together. Lucretia desires everything to give him a son. She desires to make sure that he's happy. He desires the same for her. And they are willing to do whatever it takes to get to the top and to be the best of Rome. Or like to reach the contents world, to become a senator. And they just want to be... I just love about Spartacus, the entire show, is just how everyone strives to be better of their status, all Romans, no matter, even if, like, slaves, they want to be better, they want to be free and all this stuff, while Batiatus and his wife are free, they have to do dastardly things in order to get to the higher purpose, to more of a top of the position that they want to be in, and I just love it. I love the crawl of these characters trying to be more than what they are and try to rise up, and I just love it. It's just an amazing time to watch Spartacus. I just absolutely adore Batiatus and Lucretia. Absolutely adore them. Another relationship I liked about this entire season was Lucretia and Elitia's relationship. If you don't know who Elitia is, she is the wife of the man who put Spartacus into slavery, Glaber. But I don't really care for Glaber. Elitia is just all the awesomeness. Lucretia and Elitia's relationship is like, Elitia's a spoiled brat, and Lucretia uses her to try to get it and top into power, and they become each other's confidants in many cases. And I just love the relationship. It's just so weird and unique at the same time, and I just absolutely adore Elitia. I couldn't wait for Elitia and Lucretia and Batiatus to all die in one, and this season was just fantastic with all these Roman characters. The politics behind them was just simply amazing. If there's one relationship I truly adore besides Spartacus and his original wife, it's Crixus and Naevia. Crixus, a gladiator who is the basically sex slave to Lucretia, but he's also in love with Lucretia's freaking handmaiden, Naevia. slave and slave love each other, and I just absolutely adore these two. And I was greatly disappointed when they replaced Navia with another actress. But overall, Navia and Crixus, I just loved. I love Crixus' entire being when he says to Spartacus in the arena before they go into a battle, which most likely they were gonna lose, and Crixus is like, maybe there's something beyond glory, which is the love of a woman or love of a wife. And I just absolutely adore Crixus and Navia's relationship. I absolutely adore them. And again, the last thing I gotta say once again is that this season is a perfect season. 9.8 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I mean, this had it all. The beginning of Spartacus, when he's a free man working with the Romans, and then to be captured by the Romans, and to be enslaved, and to be trained as a gladiator, to learning about all the stuff about being a gladiator, learning about from your dominus, from your master, and then becoming wants revenge over the death of his wife. And it's just such an interesting take. And the Romans, Batiatus, Lucretia, Aletheia, great characters. Salonius, awesome character as well. I mean, I adore every single thing about this season. The love, the romance, the politics, the backscheming, the climb to power, the rise to power, the fall to power. This season had it all. This was an amazing season, one of the best seasons. If this show were to end on just one season, this would be the perfect season. This show would be gone down as a cult classic, same as Firefly, for being canceled after one season, because this season was just that damn good. Even though they had more seasons afterwards, this show still remains one of my favorites to this day. It's in my top 25. I have to go check it out again. But Spartacus, Blood and Sand, a perfect first season. You couldn't ask for a better season after this. And rest in peace, Andy Whitefield. This is the guy in the middle who played Spartacus. He died of cancer. God rest his soul. But overall, Spartacus, Blood and Sand, a perfect season to a perfect thing show. Alright, everyone, now enjoy. Thank you, everyone. Subscribe if you like. The screen down bottom, link comment down below. Let me know. Respect my opinion, I respect yours. What did you all overall think of Spartacus, Blood and Sand? My name's Elise, and I everybody. Bye bye.